Today, let's travel to the beautiful city of Kandy in Sri Lanka to visit one of the most revered sites in the entire Buddhist world, the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic. Now, this isn't just a gorgeous building. It's a place of incredible spiritual and political power, one that has literally shaped the destiny of a nation. And it all hinges on one unbelievable idea.
And that's the big question, isn't it? It sounds like something straight out of a fantasy novel. But for centuries in Sri Lanka, this was treated as undeniable truth. How on earth could one small object, a single tooth, become the ultimate symbol of sovereignty, the key to ruling a whole country? Well, to figure that out, we've got to dive back in time. You see, this wasn't just some vague spiritual saying. No, this was a deeply embedded political rule. This one single idea, that having the relic gave you the right to be king or queen, drew a direct, unbreakable line between a holy object and real-world authority. It turned the tooth into the ultimate political prize.
So, to really appreciate this magnificent temple, we first have to understand the incredible object it was built to protect, because the story of the temple is the story of the relic itself.
So, what is it exactly? Well, the relic is believed to be an actual canine tooth of the historical Buddha. That makes its religious importance pretty much off the charts. But what really makes it unique to Sri Lanka is how that spiritual power got fused with earthly political power, transforming it into this profound symbol of the nation's right to rule itself.
Now, the history of this relic isn't some quiet tale of sitting in a shrine. Oh, no. It's a dramatic, centuries-long saga of survival, daring escapes, and just incredible devotion.
The journey this tooth has been on is a true epic. It all kicks off back in the 4th century with an unbelievable act of bravery when a princess named Hemamala smuggled it into Sri Lanka. Get this, hidden in her hair. For hundreds of years, it moved around between kingdoms until the late 1500s, when King Vimaladharma Surya I finally built it a permanent home in Kandy. And even through the whole colonial era, with empires rising and falling around it, the community protected that tooth, holding onto it as a constant symbol of who they were.
And of course, the home built for a relic like this had to be just as extraordinary. You couldn't just build a simple shrine. It needed to be a magnificent palace complex. A home truly worthy of the nation's most precious treasure.
Tucked right beside the calm, beautiful Kandy Lake, the temple is now recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's seen as the absolute pinnacle of Kandyan architecture that's a unique Sri Lankan style famous for its incredible woodwork and very distinctive roofs. Inside the complex, you find these amazing features. At its very heart is the inner shrine, which is where the relic rests, safe inside a whole series of nesting golden caskets, like a Russian doll. Then you have the audience hall, this beautiful open-air pavilion with these stunning hand-carved wooden pillars where kings used to hold court. And later additions, like the glittering golden canopy and the protective moat, they all just add to this feeling of grandeur and holiness. But here's the thing, the temple is so much more than just its history or its architecture. It is a vibrant, living center of faith and culture that's just as important today as it was centuries ago. Its importance today really works on 3 different levels. First, it's a vital religious center. Rituals and worship happen there every single day. Second, it's a powerful cultural symbol. It represents the height of Kandyan art and is a core part of Sri Lankan identity. And finally, it is still a potent political icon. A living reminder of that ancient belief that links the relic to the right to govern. And there is no more spectacular display of this living legacy than the Esala Perahera. This is honestly one of the grandest, most visually mind-blowing festivals in the Buddhist world. And its entire purpose is to celebrate and honor the Sacred Tooth Relic. The procession is just an unforgettable explosion for the senses. Imagine this. It starts with whip crackers and fire breathers clearing the path. Then comes this absolute river of traditional Kandayan dancers and drummers in the most vibrant costumes. And then the elephants. We're talking dozens, maybe over 100, all decked out in lavish garments. The climax of it all is the great Maligawa tusker, the lead elephant, who carries a golden casket, a replica representing the real relic inside, for everyone to see and pay their respects to. So, if you were to visit this incredible place for yourself,
What should you know? Well, the temple welcomes everyone, but experiencing it properly really means doing it with respect.
Respect is absolutely key. That means dressing modestly, covering your shoulders and knees, and always taking your shoes off before you go inside. Once you're in, it's about keeping a sense of reverence, speaking softly and being mindful about where and when you take photos. It's a simple way to honor a place that's deeply, deeply sacred to millions of people. As for planning your trip, try to go during the morning or evening rituals to really feel that incredible atmosphere. Or, if you can, go in July or August for the Perahera festival itself. Just remember that modest dress code is mandatory, and there is an entry fee for foreign visitors, which goes directly to helping with the temple's essential upkeep. Ultimately, the Temple of the Sacred Tooth is not a museum. It's not just a relic of the past. It's the living, breathing heart of a nation, a place where history, faith, and identity are all woven together into a vibrant, modern reality. And that leaves us with one final thought. The Sacred Tooth is such a unique and powerful example, but it really makes you wonder, what objects or places in our modern world play a similar role? What symbols today are so powerful that they can hold the collective story, the soul of an entire people?